Now onto the good stuff. Details time. Here's the dimensions of the BLUETTI Elite 400. This is with the handle fully extended. First we have the height of the device, fully unextended mode of 490mm. Now we have the width of the device, which is 432mm. Now we look to the depth of the device, which is 288mm. And lastly, here we have the height with the handle fully extended, which comes in at 1042mm. And now let's have a look at the front view of the BLUETTI Elite 400. First we have the three rubberized buttons for DC, power and AC functions under the display screen. And to the top left we have the DC PV input button socket, which is an XT60 socket with a range of 12 volt to 60 volts, 20 amps and 1000 watts max. And below that we have the DC cigarette socket, 12 volts, 10 amps, 120 watt max. And then of course we do have the main display screen showing all the various functions. To the right of the screen we have two AC outlets, 230 volts, 2600 watts max and a pure sine wave. Below that we have the USB-C sockets, 100 watts times 2, and just to the middle of that we have the USB-A sockets times 2 with a 15 watt max each. And now we move to the right hand side view of the BLUETTI Elite 400. First we have the right hand side carrying handle. Below that on the left hand side, as you look at it, we have the earthen screw, which utilises an M-5 screw times 10mm. Below that we have the removable vent grill cover, which has two screws keeping it in place. And at the bottom we see the support stand for the right hand side. Next we have the AC input socket, 1800 watts and 230 volts. And on the back right hand side we can see we have the support stand for the right hand side when the device is placed flat. And to the right of the AC input we have the 20 amp circuit protection fuse. And next we have two screws which are removable to allow you to remove the ventilation cover to clean the fans. And lastly we see the right hand side wheel. And now we take a look at the rear view of the BLUETTI Elite 400. As we can see, it's a little bit more minimalist on the back here. This is where you'd find the information plate for the product, and also at the top here you would find two left and right support stands when the device is placed on its rear, so it allows for full airflow around the device. Next we have the left and right hand wheels of the device, which obviously allows you to move it around in your location. Next, here we have another stand, which I guess should you take the wheels off, and at the top here we have the great inbuilt feature of the extendable handle. Now it is deceiving, it does feel like it can extend halfway, but it's not, because it will not fix solid. So do pull it up to its fully extension when attempting to move the device. And now we move on to the left hand side view of the BLUETTI Elite 400. So first of all, we can see here, just at the side, we have this other grille that matches on the other side. This can obviously be removed, and at the top we have the left hand side carrying handle, and at the bottom here we can see the support stand for the left hand side. Over on the left hand side at the top you can see here we have the stand which allows you to place the device flat on its back. Next here in the vent you can see the two screws that you can remove, which will allow you to remove this grill to allow you to clean the area of any debris. And lastly, at the bottom here, we have the left hand side wheel, which obviously helps you move the device around. And now we move on to the top down view of the BLUETTI Elite 400. First, we can see the right hand side and left hand side carry handles, and we can see the extendable handle of the device, and also in the middle of that you can see the release and close button for the extendable handle, so it locks the handle in its closed and fully extended position. Lastly, of our tour around the BLUETTI Elite 400, we have the bottom up view, and here first we can see the right hand side and the left hand side wheels, which allows you to move the device, and of course 2 for stands for the left hand side and the right hand side. Great features of the BLUETTI Elite 400 and its high capacity and ultra long runtime for outdoor life. It can power your daytime trips for 1 to 2 days, power a drone for 43.8 times of charge. Equally, in its off-grid mode, it could power a 1200 watt electric saw for as long as 2.7 hours, allowing you to do many carpentry jobs that you may have on hand. Or how about if you want to get away and hit the music? It could power a 500 watt audio speaker for up to 6.4 hours, giving you plenty of time to hit those beats. Equally, the Elite 400 is great at home for home backup. It could run a refrigerator, for instance, for 78.8 hours. Not bad when you've lost the grid. The jewel in the crown feature of the BLUETTI Elite 400 is of course the extending handle and wheels, allowing this to be a truly mobile device wherever you need power off-grid. You can even save money with the Elite 400. With time of use tariffs, this can help you pay for your device in next to no time. Add in solar charging and you're laughing all the way to the bank. On top of that, it's sustainable and clean energy, offering longer runtime, green and safe, and it's so convenient with the mobile wheels and handle, and so much better and cleaner than a generator. Just some great features of the Elite 400, such as 3,840 watt hours of storage with a 5,002 watt surge availability, and it can use a power lifting mode of 2,600 watt. Massive power, built for so much more in your day-to-day life. It is made with LFP4 batteries, so they're safe and reliable going forward. Of course, not forgetting a UPS mode with 15 millisecond switch time, and of course smart app control through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. The Elite 400 has got to be one of the lightest 3.8 kilowatt power stations, as much as 35% lighter than others in the competition. Not only that, with those wheels and carry handle, it makes such a breeze to move it around from room to room or out in the wild when you're into your off-grid mode use. Why make life difficult? Just make life BLUETTI and the Elite 400. Whether it's from your living room or to the great outdoors, BLUETTI has you covered, offering so many features available to power so many devices, be that your fridge, freezer, your TV, an oven, an hairdryer. But even outside, in the great outdoors, you could take a portable air conditioner with you, even a microwave oven, a portable fridge, and of course even a coffee maker. There's even time for fun when you could power a drone for 43.8 times charge. Or of course, sit at your laptop giving you 45 charges. Or a fan when the temps pop up this summer, 52.1 hours. You're covered. Fast, flexible charging to keep you and your Elite 400 going. There is a number of ways you can charge your Elite 400. Of course, the most obvious one is going to be AC and solar, and it can reach 80% in just 70 minutes and full in 1.8 hours. Quickly powering up your last minute trips or unexpected outages. And then of course, everybody can also save a few bob if they're going to charge up via the AC on its own. It can do it 80% in 1.9 hours and full in 2.5. And of course, depending on your usage on a day, it could last you throughout a full day. And time of use tariff can even save you some money. $1,000 max of solar input into the Elite 400 with a 12 volt to 60 volt 20 amp max is going to give you a great way to pop some more electrons into your Elite 400 and getting your device fully charged in no time, of course, weather permitting. Of course, if you've purchased the BLUETTI Charger 2 or Charger 1, then of course you could also charge up your Elite 400 in next to no time as well. Of course, driving on the way, you're charging up with 1000 watts max, fully powered in 4.2 hours. With a 15 millisecond UPS feature, seamless power during outages is going to keep your laptop and your tools working right through the day. And let's not forget, you can also control your Elite 400 direct from your smartphone, giving you smart control for effortless living. This is easily going to allow you to change settings on the go and monitor to make sure your power's running kind. With BLUETTI, it's technology that sets us apart from the competition. And what more could you expect from a leading provider of technology and battery power support from BLUETTI? We have Turbo Boost, significantly accelerating your charging, allowing devices to recharge from 0 to 80% much faster than other traditional power adapters, minimizing your downtime and of course ultimately enhancing your user experience. Hyperwatt delivers industry-leading power output, providing both surge and rated power, making BLUETTI devices perfect for powering heavy-duty equipment and ensuring top performance under demanding conditions. And that gives you the reliability of trust that you get from BLUETTI. You know you're getting the best from BLUETTI. Ultracell powers BLUETTI's products with automotive-grade LFP4 battery cells, providing 5 to 10 times the lifespan you'd normally expect from NMC batteries, while also ensuring safety, durability and long-term reliability across all the BLUETTI product ranges. But BLUETTI doesn't leave it there. With Power Armor, technology combines every key safety element from the automotive grade batteries and high temperature resistance AMS materials to leakage protection and advanced BMS AMS algorithms, ensuring the safe operation even in the toughest environments. You can rely on BLUETTI. Here's a quick overview of the Elite 400 and specs. Feel free at any time to pause the video if you'd like to see and read the stuff at your own pace. And lastly, we'll take a quick look up in how you can set your Elite 400 into the BLUETTI app. Here we're going to use the setup process that we recorded for the Elite 300, but the process is the same, and it will allow you to see how to do basic updates, which we strongly recommend on first receiving your device, and a regular check going forward. Enjoy using your Elite 400 from BLUETTI. Now here we're going to add the Elite 300 device to the app. First of all, we go into the app and look for the device. So here we can see it marked on the screen as EL300. So we're going to now select that, and now we're going to bind the unit to the app. So once it does a quick little search, it will bind your app to the device, and it will ask for your Wi-Fi details. So once you pop in your Wi-Fi details, it's then good to just do an upgrade, as is often with new products likely to be a version upgrade. And here, as we can see, we do have an upgrade or two available to the device. So once you've got the search for the device, it will download on the app, as you can see, but you can also see on the screen the device shows a download percentage and the item number here. For instance, F01 is firmware 1, and we'll change to F02 when we go on to the next one. So as you can see here, that F01 is now at 100%, and it will reboot and start the device, and then it will start to download the next firmware update. As you can see here, we've just gone past 50%. On the screen we can see it's now downloaded it all, and it's just installing the firmware 02 file. Very quickly short files these, so they won't take long to update on your system. So as you can see, we're squatting through here at 30% already. Again, the system will restart and it will do a check for any other software updates available. And on this occasion, there it is, with it being a new device, and we have F03 available, as can be seen in this little update video. So there the boot device goes up, and we're now running up to the latest software. If we now go back to the app, we can see there is in fact another update for the F03, and it's updating that now. And again, these are relatively short size files, so it's not a big drawn out process. Again, once it gets to 100%, it will restart the device, and you will be notified in the app that your device is up to date. And it's worth regularly checking every month or two just to see if any new updates have been released for your devices. So we can see there now the device is at 100%, that's the third one installed, and we get the upgrade successful notification. So we can now see the device in the app setup itself, and we can check various things. And surprisingly, even though it's just done a update of 3 things, it's always worth just doing one final check, as I've done here, because sometimes there is surprisingly a message saying you're up to date, but you then quickly go back in and do another check, and actually there is another update which has now come out. So as you'll see, I'll just install that and get it up and running. And here we can see in the menu the various things you can do. It's good to look around all the sections in the app on the advanced settings, just so you're up to date and you can see all the elements and the settings that you can change, be it the UPS or the charging speed from the AC grid. So here is the main settings page you will see when you enter from the spinning cog at the top right of the app. So here we're just looking at the UPS settings that you can have there, and we're now just going to, as I say, go through the settings individually. So here we can see the charging mode, silent, standard or turbo, and you can just select whichever options you want. And you can also turn on eco mode for DC, AC, so if a device hasn't been used for a while, it will turn off those to preserve your battery status as long as possible. And here you can also have a screen timeout if you want, if you don't want to have the screen fully. And if you want to stop niggling fingers messing around, you can also even have a child lock on. Not necessarily just for children. So as I say, this is just a quick scoot through the various settings. The best way is to obviously go through the app itself, look at all the different options you can do, and get yourself accustomed to the things that your device can do via the functions through the app. As you can see, there is countless options that you can actually go through if you want to really dive down into the minuet of detail, because there's plenty there for such a powerful little device. And be aware, sometimes while you're in the app, as its case is here, it's gone and found an update. So just action the update there and then, or wait until later if you so wish. Same principles as we've seen before. It's a very quick situation. It'll download the update file, reboot the system, and then it'll turn back on. Once it turns back on, just check that everything's turned on for AC, DC or whatever and things like that, and just check that it's in the app working as you would expect. Shouldn't be any problem, but it's always wise just to check once you've done a software update. Well, that's a little guide to the app and how it all works. I hope you found that useful, and thanks for watching this little video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video and subscribe to the channel.